close by to where I am right now that I pulled out a lot of colonial stuff, and it's my first time actually hitting this field. I just made my first pass, and unfortunately it's a heartbreaker, but I got this broken trade axe here. And a couple feet away from that, just made an awesome find. Look at that, and it's whole. I am so excited. This is a great find. I believe this is a brown bess side plate. It's definitely a side plate off an old flintlock, but I believe this one's off a brown bess, and this is just an amazing, amazing find. All right, guys, I'll let you know if I find any more. Same area I just got the musket part. Right here is a little saddle shield. See the attachment on the back there. This is definitely colonial, and probably the area I'm at had a lot of activity during the French and Indian War as well as the Revolutionary War, so it's one or the other. Healed pretty good. My brother got a colonial pocket knife, and he ended up getting a shoe buckle out of there. And we moved on. We're at this really old house here, and this is probably my 4th or 5th hole, and it's definitely a copper. I thought it might have been a quarter at first, and it's smaller than a large cent, not quite as small as a farthing, so not really sure what it's going to be yet, but we'll get her cleaned up. And my brother, at the same time, he got a copper as well. And his, we can tell right off the bat what it is. I don't know how well you can see the date on there, but it's a Drake bust. It's 1798. Beautiful find, man.
Thank you.
Here I was getting a really deep 88-92. I got the 9-inch coil on. I'm in 11 kilohertz, 12 kilohertz, whatever you want to call it. And I got my brother with the Racer 2. And I had him come over and check the signal. And like I said, on the dais with the 9-inch coil, I was getting 88-92, and the depth meter was buried. The Racer gave a little grunt and showed no VDI. It didn't give, didn't give a mid-tone or a high tone. I mean, it was basically an iron grunt. And down here, and this is deep. See how far my hand is down in there. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a rim of a copper. And my brother just told me, and I can tell I'm rating his foot tracks. He came through with his Minelab Explorer. Battery died on that, so he went and he grabbed the macro. Missed this one, and it's definitely a copper. Looks like can't tell if that's a King George. It looks like a King George copper, but it has like gold coloring on there right there. It's not showing it that well on the camera, but looking at it, it's actually kind of gold colored. All right, see if we can find some more. Called over to me. He's got another copper here, and this one is a King George II halfpenny. It's still, believe it or not, well, you can kind of see it there, copper color. And Lady Britannia on the back. Yep, it's his first colonial copper. Guys, we're about to head out, but I wanted to give you a rundown quick of the settings that the Racer was on. I found that copper over there by those apple trees, and there was no iron or anything like that. The Racer is in 3-tone program, ground balanced, and the gain was at 90. And there was no iron, no trash around it or anything like that, but the copper, had to be down about 9-10 inches, and it was on edge. But the dais, picked it out. It was an iffy signal on the dais, but it still gave VDI and showed it was deep and all. But gonna do some more testing with the Racer, and seems like a pretty good machine. Great relic machine anyway. But all right.